200 subscribers. Thank you so much, everyone. I actually didn't expect to get to 200 this fast. I was thinking it was going to take another year, so I can't thank you enough. I only hope that you continue to support me and help me out by sharing the channel around. Anyway, I've got a special review for you this time. It's Studio Series 86 Hot Rod and Kingdom Rodimus Prime. Let's start with the smaller figure first. This is probably the best figure of Hot Rod we've ever gotten. I mean, yeah, there have been some good Hot Rod figures, but none of them have really been that accurate. Except the Masterpiece, but I actually think this looks better. However, I don't like the face. It's not bad, it just doesn't feel like Hot Rod. Like, give me a smile or something. Moving on to gimmicks, because yes, this actually has gimmicks. You can open up the head and fold out some cool shades. Totally radical, bro! If you excuse me, I'm going to jump off a fucking bridge. You can also fold out the hand and replace it with a welding tool, similar to Blur. The other one also folds out, and you get a peg. But what is this peg used for? Well, that's where the accessories come into play. You get a saw blade, this plugs into the peg, and now he can fight octopuses, or whatever. Octopuses? Octopi? Octodad? You get two guns. These plug into the hands, but they don't store anywhere. What the fuck, Studio Series? You get two blast effects. These plug into the arms, and those look really nice. They plug into the guns too, but that doesn't look as good. You get the Matrix of Leadership and this effect part. This is to recreate the pose. You know what pose. This pose. But there's no compartment in the chest to store it. Moving on to articulation. Head goes up, down, left and right. Shoulders go up, down and out. Okay, so I forgot to mention that both Hot Rod and Rodimus have butterfly joints. So, I'll say it now, they have butterfly joints. Elbow bend, elbow rotation, wrist rotation, opening hands, and yes, he can hold a spoon. 11 out of 10, best toy. Waist rotation, leg goes up, down, and out. Thigh rotation, knee bend, foot goes up and down, and an ankle pivot. Posability is good, and so is the transformation. It is a bit finicky, but it's still a fun transformation. And the vehicle mode looks good, it rolls well. Yeah, there's nothing else to say about the vehicle mode. It looks good, and it rolls well. Now, onto the big figure. Rodimus is basically the same figure as Hot Rod, except it's bigger and it has different accessories. But in my opinion, I think Hot Rod is the better figure. This thing just has so many more flaws. This time the face is just actually bad, and these hands suck. It's a pain in the ass to get him to hold anything, so even though he can hold a spoon, it doesn't stop these hands from being terrible. No 11 out of 10 for you. Moving on to accessories, you get a sword. Gee, this looks cool. I would love to give this to someone like, oh, I don't know, Grimlock? But here's the thing, this sword only works with this figure and any other figure that has opening hands. You get a gun, this plugs into the hand, and I actually don't like this. It is way too long. You get the Matrix of Leadership, and this effect part. These are used in the same way as Hot Rod, but this time, he actually has a compartment in the chest. You get a ton of effect parts. These are the same ones that come with Skylinks, this time in blue. You get these smoke effects. Honestly, these feel like the most pointless accessories. And you get the trailer. This can open up, and there's a cannon inside. That's pretty cool. It has a bunch of opening compartments, so you can store the accessories. So I'm not going to go over the articulation again. It's the same as Hot Rod, with a few changes. Mainly the elbows and those awful hands. So basically, this is just Hot Rod, but big, and it has a few flaws. One of them being that the transformation sucks. This is terrible. What is it with Wave 3 of Kingdom and awful transformations? And the vehicle mode looks good, it rolls well, even with the trailer. If I were to recommend one of these figures, it would be Hot Rod. Rodimus is just way too flawed and way too overpriced. So I'll give Hot Rod a 7 out of 10, and I'll give Rodimus a 5 out of 10. That's it for me. Please be sure to leave a like and a comment, join my Discord server, and subscribe to The Great Soundwave. And once again, thank you for 200 subscribers. I'll see you next time.